Leaders, politicians and ordinary mourners have streamed into the late Dr Toh Chin Chye's home in Bukit Timah to pay him their last respects. Dr Toh was one of Singapore's founding fathers and a former Deputy Prime Minister. He died yesterday morning. Well, this evening, former Minister Mentor Lee Kuan Yew visited the wake. He spoke briefly with Dr Toh's family. Other visitors included former DPM Professor S. Jayakumar, Senior Minister of State Grace Fu and paraplegic athlete Dr William Tan. And here's what happened earlier today.
Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong was among the many who attended the wake. He remembered his childhood days when Dr Toh Chin Chye would come to their Oxley Road home for meetings with Mr Lee Kuan Yew when the People's Action Party was being formed.
In a way, a passing of the generation, passing of the years, the first generation gradually fading away, and we are into a really very much a post-independence phase now. A generation which has grown up since 1965, benefiting from what the founders did to bring us here, but not with personal knowledge of what happened, of the blows, the battles, the excitements, the disappointments, all the unforgettable memories for those who lived through them. And when a person like Dr. Toh passed as well, it reminds you of how we got here, how much we owe to that generation, and how much is our responsibility to carry it forward and to take Singapore higher and better into the next step.
Deputy Prime Minister Tharman Shanmugaratnam said his father had worked closely with Dr Toh in the university, and he himself had read closely about Dr Toh during his school days.
Singapore is better off that Lee Kuan Yew had that group of people with him. No one knows what Singapore will be like 50 years from now, but we've got to keep up that. We've got to keep producing people like that, leaders with conviction, with minds of their own, but who are determined to work together to make something possible.
Veteran politician Lee Kuan Yew got to know Dr Toh in 1949 when they played chess during university.
He's a very honest politician, honest, dedicated, hardworking, but sometimes very stubborn.
For many of those among the older generation of Singaporeans, memories of Dr Toh Chin Chye's contributions to Singapore and also the government process is very much fresh in their minds. In particular, they remember one thing, that Dr Toh spoke up whenever he wanted to.
When he was in the Minister of Health, and I did raise certain questions which I think didn't make him too happy, but I thought it was okay. He was prepared to shoot me down, and I thought that was okay in Parliament when we do an exchange of views.
And even as a backbencher, when we watched him the last few years, he disagreed, yes, but he was very forthright with his opinion. Nothing personal, but if he felt strongly on any issues, he spoke up.
The public homage continues on Sunday, and Dr Toh's funeral is on Tuesday.
In world news, Syrian